Hey, good morning, everybody, and I am back. Thank you guys for those who joined me while I was in Cabo last week, and that was really nice, right? To have the ocean behind us while I'm talking. I love that. So I love the water. Um, so today's question. Oh, I forgot to introduce. Okay, so I am Terry with Gateway to Counseling, and we are at the Welcome to the Ask Terry show, right? And what we're doing, guys, is Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays from 8:15 to 8:30. I will answer any questions that you have, whether you ask it here live or whether it's more personal and you just want to send it through a message. That's fine too. I will not use your name. So we come to you live here on our page, and then we rebroadcast it in our group, okay? So that people can see and maybe get some help. And the whole purpose of this is to bring you a free resource. That's right, you heard me, free. Why would we do that? Because we're on a mission to bring peace, joy, love, and light into the lives of millions. And yes, we offer affordable online counseling anywhere, anytime. So we do say enter our gates into a brighter tomorrow, but we want to give you a free resource. So today's question is, I don't love him anymore. We're married. I don't love him. What should I do? What's next? What can I do? Right? And guys, I'm going to tell you that that's a hard question for me to answer because I don't know the backstory. I just know the question. So I'm going to take a couple of guesses of some things that I've encountered before with married couples, right? And we do provide counseling for married couples, believe it or not. We do it through video conferencing. So if it is an abusive relationship, physically abusive, I am going to tell you to leave and get safe first. That's the most important thing. If you're being hurt, if anyone in the house is being hurt, let's say that he is so angry at times that he's taking his anger out on the kids and leaving whelps and bruises on them. They are not safe with him. If he is addicted to drugs and you don't know what type of person he's going to be on any given day, you are not safe. You have to leave. If he is gambling and losing all of your money, then you have to move your money out of his money into a separate account so that you can be safe, right? So safety is always first. And then we decide if you can or can't work on a relationship. Just because a person is going through a difficult time, your spouse is going through a difficult time, doesn't mean you need to leave them, doesn't mean you need to divorce them. Right? You might have to have a physical separation, but it doesn't mean that you have to divorce them. Some people might be under the assumption that I believe strongly in divorce, and I don't. I actually do not. But what I try to do is counterbalance, because I know so many of you out there hear that you should stay in a marriage regardless of what's going on. And no one believes that. Absolutely no one. If you go to the pastor of your church, if they're a good pastor, a good leader, they're going to tell you to be safe first, right? Okay, so what I want to really emphasize is that it doesn't matter really what's going on. If you're safe, then let's try to work on it, okay? Let's go back to the example that he's been physically abusive. Well, get safe first, and then after you've gotten safe, you need to go and get help, okay? To build up your confidence and your self-esteem and to know your self-worth. Because guys, when you're in an abusive relationship, it tears you down. I don't care how strong of a person you are. When you're coming home to that every day, every other day, whatever the case may be, it's tearing you down. When you've done everything right today and you're walking on eggshells and he still finds a reason to downgrade you or to hit on you, then it tears your self-esteem down. So the first thing I want you to do is go and get help. I don't care if it's a support group, whatever it may be, free services through your church, whatever it may be, as long as it's really helping you, okay? Next, you want to share with him what you really feel and how this is really affecting you, right? And you're saying, I don't want that darn fool to know, because then he has even more power. No, he doesn't. You have power over you. You have control over you. But we can't work on something if we're not being open and honest about it. So we need to be open and honest. Let's just say that the chemistry just isn't there anymore. It's 7 years you've been married, 10 years you've been married, 15 years you've been married, and you just find yourselves living two different lives. Guys, this happens. I know couples who have no arguments. They get along extremely well, but they're living two completely separate lives. They don't even sleep in the same bed anymore. One person sleeps upstairs, one person sleeps downstairs, right? And yeah, you go to a few functions together and you laugh and it was fun. You might not even be having sex, maybe for years. I know couples for years have not had sex. And I say, what do you think the other person is doing? Oh, I don't like to think about that. Oh, I know they're not doing anything. Yeah, they're just a flirt, but they're not doing anything. And it's real interesting to me when men say that to me about their wives. Like, women don't have needs too, right? And it's beyond physical needs, isn't it? It's emotional needs. Because when you're in a marriage that doesn't have that emotional connection anymore, you're starving for that, aren't you? And women, I know that sometimes what we tend to do is not immediately get involved in a physical relationship, but we will definitely get involved in an emotional relationship. And boy, once we're there emotionally, we're there physically too soon after, right? So you have to safeguard your marriage. If you feel that you have fallen out of love with your mate, then fall back in. And you might be thinking, what are you talking about? I love Jimmy Evans. He's a pastor that is out of the Dallas area, and I watch him on Sundays sometimes before I go to my church. And, he talks about it's marriage today, and he talks about the real issues that couples face. And he's just dead on a lot of times. And, one of the things he talks about was marriage is work. Throw out that idea of a soulmate. What soulmate? We're all messed up. And I hate when I hear, oh, that was my soulmate, and we never argued. And then he just walked in and said he wanted a divorce. And it shocks you, right? Because nothing was wrong. Yeah, it was your soulmate, but nothing was wrong. And there was just not that chemistry anymore, right? So what do? You work on the chemistry, guys. This is not something that you let lapse for years at a time and then try to do it all in a matter of a week. No, this is something that you have to maintain over time, every week. Have date night. I know it sounds routine and scheduled, but guess what? So is your life. So is being with the kids. So is working every day. Why do we think that love needs to be spontaneous all the time? Sometimes it needs to be on a schedule. We need to say on Tuesdays, the kids are here. So from this time to that time, we're going to have date night. We're going to go out to eat a nice meal, or we're going to cook a nice meal at home and eat outside when it's springtime or summertime. We're going to grill some steaks in the backyard and have a glass of wine. Whatever it may be, have a lobster surf and turf at home. Wow, that would be phenomenal, wouldn't it? With the candles and all that stuff going. Fix him a bubble bath. Rub his feet, guys. Give him a massage. Yes, I said it. Because I believe it. Okay? And yes, some of the things I'm telling you to do, I've done. Absolutely, I've done, because I believe in maintaining that chemistry. Fix her a bubble bath with champagne. Do it, guys. If she doesn't drink alcohol, fine. Get the grape juice champagne stuff, right? But make her feel loved. What's missing is that we don't work anymore. We think, I fell in love with you, we got married, we started living together, and I got you now, and there's nothing else I need to do to make this marriage work. That's exactly what you need to do. You got to be considerate. You got to say, good morning, sweetheart. How are you doing this morning? Or, hi, honey. How was work today? Even if it's the same thing all the time. Listen, do you even take 30 minutes together every day at the end of the day to just process your day? Do you do that? I think you would be amazed if you just did that and took interest in that person and what they find interesting. And guys, do not let your spouse start to have their separate life. Oh, they're going to play golf, and they're going to sporting events, and they're going to the sports bar, and they're hanging out with their friends. And what are you guys doing together? I don't care if you don't like sports. You need to go sometimes, because that's an opportunity. It's an opportunity, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen, guys. So for my men out there, if she likes the theater, if she likes going to, the outdoor concerts and the, music under the stars and all those things, please do that with her, because she will feel loved. It's about you making some small sacrifices. Yes, it is. I said it. Make some small sacrifices to show that you actually love that person. And I'm almost running out of time, but I'm going to say this. When you guys are together, please put away the cell phones. Please. It's nothing I hate more than being out to dinner and I see a couple together, spending time together, and both of them are on their cell phones, not even interacting with one another, except to take a picture so they can post it to say, oh, I'm with my boo, right? Let's get real. Turn off the social media and dedicate that time to your spouse. 30 minutes a day, couple of hours during the week. Go to events together, spend time together, sleep in the same bed, please. And yes, have sex with your spouse. You gotta have sex with your spouse. I don't care how tired you are. It won't take long, okay? But you gotta do this. And you gotta feel it. You say, oh, I don't feel nothing. Why? Feel it. Put yourself mentally into it. Start from the beginning of the day and end with the act at the end of the day, okay? If you guys need more help with this, send me your questions. Schedule an appointment with us. We're just a click away at www.gateway2counseling.com. Only $49 a session. And yes, we do take insurance. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.